Karma is very difficult to explain. It's impossible to, it's outside or it's inside. Yet if we focus enough, you see, focusing has that connotation, has that meaning behind by saying just observe. Because we don't know what karma is. There is no way of knowing. And because we don't know, then we will give it all kinds of names. We will think that maybe, according to the verses, the past few verses, today and yesterday, we feel that karma belongs to either me or them. It's my doing, in a sense that if I find a gold mine, then I will be loved, I will be cherished. Yes. If others find, now if you switch, yes, then we have to cherish them, because we will get something out of by praising, mandala, guru yoga, all sorts of things, we will receive some blessing, of that gold, or wealth, At the end of the day, we will not find anything. Zero. But for some reason, we turn that into food, day and night. It becomes part of our practice. Now I'm talking more about the so-called others, How do they function? Yes, that's how they function. That they think that if I do Hatha yoga, Bhakti yoga, Guru yoga, anything, I will receive some residual, gasoline, out of that crude oil, I will receive some form of petroleum, But the fact is we won't. That's why we say empty praise, because that praise came from, birthed from a pattern of no meaning. It's completely out of illusion, And the other is not that they have something, and therefore they are not giving. It's just that they have nothing to give, actually, The first person, the one who's been instructed by Shantideva, guided by Shantideva. They have nothing to give. They are discovering it for the first time. They have nothing to give, actually. Zero. And so therefore, constantly, but the habit is so strong, thinking that I'm sure there must be some way, Why? Because my allies or my societies or contemporaries who agree with me, even they're thinking that there is something, And so therefore, since I'm part of this group, I feel that there is something there. And so, it's foolish, basically. Nothing else. And so therefore, if we can understand that, then we won't have to feel that the karma belongs to them. They have something. They own the karma. They are masters of the karma. I'm not. I don't have a percentage in it, And let's discuss diplomatically 50-50, But instead, both are zero, actually. Yes. And so, if you can understand it that way, then that's why it's saying it's not describable. Yet at the same time, this appearance, will continue, And thank goodness, in some ways, that this continues in some ways. Yes. But we have to be able to recognize that it's just an appearance, nothing else. And so therefore we will not try to cause a war for that, And let it sort of flow naturally. Yeah. And then it kind of makes sense, Otherwise, then we will lose our limbs over that, which is coming now in the later verses actually. Helen of Troy, is coming up. So, for nothing, for nothing at all. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, then now we focus on the meditation of Chenrezig as a result of what we thought, Because if you just suddenly switch off by saying, oh, now we are doing Chenrezig, or something different, now we are on to something, and this was a nice one-way traffic, then we are not here, not there. Instead, whatever we have experienced, as I said in the very beginning, came into being, manifested. Why? Because we had the aspiration, parni, Dana. And so therefore there was that curiosity, aspiration. We wanted to soak up, we are a dry sponge sort of thing. And so we soaked up a lot, yes? And so now we want to express that, dedicate that. If you want to be emotional about it and dramatic about it, is saying up to this point, if we are supposed to live for 100 years in terms of lifespan, we exactly reached the 50-year mark, And from here onwards, we are dying now, dying. And so therefore, we don't want to be morbid about it, because this is the nature of conditioned experience. And so therefore, just as we would, we want to pass down to our so-called next generation, And in this case, we don't really literally have to think about a physical being, But in this case, my tomorrow, my continuation of tomorrow. Today, I feel that I'm somebody, I understood something, I ate something, I pooped something, I digested something, sorry. And so therefore, tomorrow I might possibly repeat those things, but it's a completely different me, And so therefore, how will I teach that other me sort of thing? How will I pass what I learned today to that other me, so to speak. In that sense, next generation, And so therefore it's very intimate, I'm not looking down on myself, I'm not kicking myself downstairs. I'm being very truthful, honest about it, and so therefore that innocent little me of tomorrow, how it will come into being, how it will birth, out of the bed, yes, groggily most of the time, yawning, complaining that the alarm was too loud or too early or something, just like a baby would, they don't want to wake up. And so therefore we can see ourselves as babies in a way, And then it will go through the whole process of growing up till noon, where it is sort of like your 40 years or 50 years mark, And so therefore you want to pass something interesting to him or her or them, we don't know, accordingly, no judgment. And so therefore, now this is the dedication process done through the meditation of Chenrezig. And so therefore, we want a sense of stability, conviction, backing, I want to feel like I am the vehicle. And so therefore we think of ourselves as some form of a vehicle, chariot, car, plane, bicycle, whichever way. The Dhamma Chakra, my teachers told me that it's just for us, those who are too comfortable with two-dimension aspect, we actually draw and sculpt the Dhamma Chakra in a two-dimensional way. Whereas he said, if you look at the more classical symbolism, actually the wheel is not two-dimensional, but it's three-dimensional. You can see that in Ajanta and Ellora caves, actually. You don't have to go there. You can go online. You will see the two unique animals, and in between you'll feel like there's a line. It's not a line. It's or a pillar or something. It's actually a wheel, but a three-dimensional wheel. It's saying move forward, not sideways. Because the two-dimensional way is, it's either you move you to the right or left. It's kind of confusing if you know the symbolism. And so therefore, you are the vehicle, and so therefore you meditate that at the heart of it, or at the center of it, or in this case, if you think in a linear way, then on top of us we have the Chenrezig, as our compass, as our guide, as our center of stability, whichever way we would like to put. It's there, it was always there, it is always in action, it's always moving. If not, right now we would not be breathing. We will all become zombies. But for the fact that we can think, we can be, it's a sign that it's in action already. Yes? So it's not just theoretical. But symbolically we meditate that Chenrezig above our heads. And then through that, then we try to dedicate our merit by thinking that what I have learned today, what I have gathered today, what I have yeah, what I have gathered today, that I will dedicate it to whoever is the next generation. Could be my tomorrow, could be mine tomorrow, you know. It doesn't matter. To all of them I will pass or dedicate my merit, whatever I've learned, without holding back at all.